Okay, guys, so the best way to start a business is not to start at all. Hear me out. Let me explain. Okay, so you've seen your friend is selling cars. You've heard about people making a lot of money by selling cars. You've heard people sell phones, oh, they make money, and you want to start the business of selling phones. Don't start. Here's what you need to do if you want to make money. First of all, when you start a business, you don't understand the dynamics of that business, and you end up losing a lot of money instead of actually making money. What I tell people and what I encourage people to do is, first things first, learn the business. How do you learn the business? You can either work in the business if you have a chance, you find where you can work or something like that. But the best way for me is be the middleman. Okay, if you want to start selling phones as a business, first look for someone who's already selling phones. People don't realize this is a four-way. Look for someone who's already selling phones. When you find someone who's selling phones, start finding the clientele. Find the clientele, get that phone from that person who's selling phones. If, for example, in Lusaka, if you go to town center, up to now, I know they do that business. Let's say you are going to buy an Itel phone, or someone wants to buy an Itel phone, someone wants to buy an iPhone 7. You have an iPhone maybe 15 or 14. You can say, okay, what's my iPhone 15? Give me this iPhone 7. Sell it. When I sell it, I'll bring you the money. When I bring you the money, you give me back my phone. That's how you start the business. That way, you first of all understand what the customer wants. You will create a customer base, right? You will understand what are the do's and the don'ts in the phone business. By the time you start buying your phones, correct, you realize that, oh, okay, you already have all these things set up. The biggest mistake most of us make is we like ownership. We love ownership. People don't understand that there's so much value in just being the middle person than trying to own. I own a shop. I sell phones. Yes, you do, but do you understand that you could be a middle person? And for example, if Infinix stops coming in, if Samsung stops coming in, you could be selling iPhones from another shop. If another shop sells, but what we want usually is, yesterday I was talking to a friend of mine, right? At some point I went to SA to order phones. I used to be this phone business. And the excitement was, I want to order my own phones, right? When I did that, what I didn't realize was, yes, quite all right. If you order your own phones, for example, I'm just going to give you an example. The margins are 500 kwacha. But if you sell someone's phone, right, you make maybe 200 kwacha, right? But you traveling to SA requires, first of all, transport. Second, logistics, lodging, food, whatever, and all that stuff, and all the risks that comes with it. But just because you want to have that sense of, this is mine, you end up actually losing the bigger picture, correct? So that's why I said, the best way to start a business is don't start a business. You want to sell cars, find a dealership who's selling cars. Start marketing on your Facebook, on your social medias. There are all these free social medias that are there for you to market. When you start marketing on those social medias, when you actually do get traction, right? Now you have clientele, you have retaining clients and whatnot. I know quite control might be difficult, but believe you me, you always have a client. If you market good enough, you always find a client. So if you lose one client today, you find another one. But by virtue of you doing those things, you are knowing the business, you're understanding the business, and you're not risking your money. You're risking someone else's money that is being risked, correct? So don't start a business. What you need to do is, first of all, learn a business. How do you learn a business? Affiliate yourself. There's things that if you've heard people say, affiliate marketing, where if these guys, for example, here I'm passing, I don't know what they're called, they're selling cars, I just affiliate myself and I market for these guys, and then I get a commission. That's the best way After you learn now, then you can go and order the cars from Japan. You can go and order the cars from Durban, wherever you want to order the cars. But the mistake people want to make is, oh, I've got a 200, I want to start car business, I'm going to order 2 cars. You lock up your money. If you don't have a client, your money is locked up, right? You can easily put that money away for something else, like let's even say something that is earning you interest, village banking, whatever it is. Meanwhile, you are going to places where they sell cars, and if you are serious about selling cars, you tell them, okay, look guys, me, I have a page, this is my page, it's big, and I really want to sell cars, and because you're serious about selling cars, right, they will give you a discount. They'll tell you, okay, cool, when you sell for us, if we're selling a Honda Fit at 110, we'll give to you what we call dealer price. We'll give it to you at 105. When they give it to you at 105, you sell at 110. You've made your 5,000 kwacha. So that's the lesson for today. And I always say, I hate ownership. I hate. People love to own. They just want to own. But I actually do hate ownership a lot. It comes at a very expensive price. But that is a topic I'm going to discuss some other day with this podcast of mine. But today what I want to tell you is, whatever business you want to do, if you can, please first just find a way to affiliate yourself to the business. Work in that business. If you want to own buses, be a driver, be a conductor, understand the routes to Charleston, how much do they make, what are the mistakes they are making. When you launch yours, you realize that you are actually way far gone, right? Like when you launch, you would have known a lot of things before you actually put your money in. And you might understand that maybe it's not even a business you would manage, right? By virtue of you affiliating, and by virtue of you just working there, and by virtue of you just earning a commission from that business instead of you investing in that business in the first place. But like I said, our issue is we all like to say, I want my friends to see that I own A, B, C, and D. But the ownership is an expensive venture. I will talk about it in one of my next lessons in my Simple Stupid podcast, this one. But I want to split the weight to the people. I want to make people understand that you can actually do business without investing so much money. Yeah. So this podcast, right, is brought to you by GoTrips. So if you're a younger driver and you want to benefit a lot of, or you want to have a lot of benefits, you can join GoTrips as your partner company, and you have cars on contract, which is rent to buy option, right? You are renting the car, but when you are cashing, you are also actually buying that car, right? Those are options only found with GoTrips. So right now they have an offer where it's 10% that you put as down payment, then the rest 90% is funded. So they buy your car, 90% is funded, and then you, when you start cashing in, you're cashing in, you end up owning the car. If you don't have that 10%, you can just do, if you're doing 300 trips in a month with GoTrips, then GoTrips provides that down payment for you. Or you bring 10 drivers to GoTrips. When you bring 10 drivers, those 10 drivers do 100 trips each, then automatically again you get yourself a down payment that GoTrips pays for you. Okay, so this is the lesson for today, guys. Don't start the business. The best to start the business is not to start the business at all, because you will learn first before you actually decide to start the business. I hope I was clear. I'll catch you in the next one. Up first, you'll see my hand, Kairapa. I'm trying to reach out to my phone.